Hello and welcome to Smaulgld's Kazakhstan Gold Reserves Update for the year ended 2017. Kazakhstan ended 2017 with 300 tons of gold reserves. Total gold reserves were 299.84 tons at the end of 2017. That puts Kazakhstan just 10 tons behind the United Kingdom, who has about 310 tons of gold. Gold now constitutes 41% of Kazakhstan's official overall reserves, and Kazakhstan added another 4 tons or 130,000 ounces of gold to reserves in December. Kazakhstan added 36 tons of gold in 2016, and they added 40 tons of gold in 2017. As we mentioned, that puts Kazakhstan, the recent additions, up to about 300 tons, just shy of 300 tons, and putting them just 10 tons behind the United Kingdom, who is in 17th place among gold-holding nations. Now remember, the United Kingdom did sell a significant portion of its gold reserves in the early 2000s, known as Brown's Bottom. Now, along with the Central Bank of Russia and, until recently, the People's Bank of China, the National Bank of Kazakhstan is one of the few central banks that consistently adds gold to reserves, and indeed, we have to say that they add gold on the most consistent basis of all the central banks, having added gold to her reserves 63 months in a row. Now, Russia generally adds gold to her reserves. However, there have been a few months here and there over the past 3 or 4 years where the Russian central bank has taken a break. The Bank of Kazakhstan has not taken any breaks in adding gold to reserves for 63 months. Now, how does that fix Kazakhstan for foreign reserves? Well, the National Bank of Kazakhstan, it has a relatively small reserve position, just $30 billion at the end of 2017. That's up from about $29.3 billion at the beginning of 2017. Now, those 9.46 million ounces, or the 300 tons of gold that the National Bank of Kazakhstan has, they're worth about $12.5 billion, or about 41% of overall reserves. Now, in contrast, the Central Bank of Russia's gold reserves represent about 18% of their overall reserves. Russia has about $78 billion worth of gold, about 1,840 tons of gold. The People's Bank of China's gold reserves officially are only about 2% of their overall reserves. Their overall reserves are about 3 trillion, and they have about, again, just like Russia, 1,840 tons, which is worth about 77 billion. But let's take a look at how Kazakhstan is creeping up. They broke into the top 20 in 2017. They passed Austria, Spain, Lebanon, and now they are headed towards the United Kingdom. So at some point, probably by the beginning of spring 2018, Kazakhstan will pass the United Kingdom, and if they stay at their pace that they've been on the past couple of years, they will pass Saudi Arabia as well, assuming that those countries do not add any gold to the reserves, or they don't add as much as Kazakhstan does. Well, that about does it. Well, thank you very much for listening. If you want to add gold to your own stack, please consider shopping through the links on the Smaulgld site at SD Bullion, BGSC, Golden Eagle Coins, Money Metals Exchange. You can also shop at the links on this BitChute and YouTube. And if you do buy through those links, you pay no more, no less than if you visited the sites directly, and you can compare pricing and shipping, and Smaulgld makes a small commission. Not investment advice to buy gold or silver, but if you are going to do so, please consider using those links. Also, please consider becoming a Smaulgld patron, and also consider, or just do it, donating to Smaulgld via PayPal, Bitcoin, or Litecoin. Thanks very much for listening.